Hello and welcome to Cooking with Sharda. Our today's recipe is til chikki. This is specially enjoyed and made during winter time and also during Sankranti time. So let's go through the ingredients. For this you will need 2 cups of white til or sesame seeds, 1.5 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of clarified butter or ghee, some pistachios and cardamom. Okay, so we'll start preparing for that. Firstly, we are going to roast the sesame seeds or til. We are not going to roast it too much, just lightly roast it. Roast it on low flame. Make sure to stir it continuously. Okay, so it's done and you can see it's just very light brown. You have done it for maybe 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. So this is how it should be, very light brown and very lightly roasted, or else it can burn. Okay, so these are done and you can see the change in color, a very light brown color. So this is what we need. Okay, so now the next step is, now we are going to caramelize the sugar. So for that we are going to take the clarified butter or ghee. Into that we are adding sugar, and now we are going to stir it until your sugar gets completely dissolved and gets caramelized. So stir it continuously at low flame. You can see after 5 to 7 minutes it have turned out into something like this. So it is actually starting to dissolve and getting caramelized. Okay, so you can see sugar is all melted. So your it is caramelized and it's ready. So turn off the flame. Now very quickly add in your roasted sesames or til immediately, and then give it a stir. Then add pistachio and cardamom powder and mix everything well. Make sure that you do it immediately after your sugar is melted. Stir it well. Okay, so now very quickly on a flat platform or surface, take some ghee and spread it all over the platform. And now on that surface, take your til ki chikki ka mixture. Okay. Now with the help of a spoon, spread it all over and make sure you do this step very quickly, adding the sesame into the your caramel and then spreading it on the platform with some ghee. Now take a rolling pin and apply some ghee on that so that it doesn't stick, and now very lightly you can see it has started to get thicker. Roll it. Make sure that you do all these steps when it is very hot, very immediately, like we rolled it. So do it when it's very hot, and it's very hot, so be careful again, because if it gets cooled down then it will not form in a proper shape and a thin layer. So make sure you do it when it's hot, just immediately. Okay, so now we are gonna cut it. So it is ready and you can see it has got a beautiful color, and you can see it's just perfect. So this is crunchy and sweet. Just an important tip, that make sure from the time your sugar gets dissolved and it forms a nice caramel, from that step to the step of cutting, make sure that you are very quick in every step, because or else you will not get the desired result. So be sure to be really quick in every step. So definitely enjoy it, because it's a very quick recipe. Also it's very tasty, so definitely try it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe and thumbs up this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Hello everyone, welcome to Sharda Cook. Today we're going to make jalebi. It is a very popular sweet in India and it is hot favorite during any kind of occasions, It is enjoyed thin and crispy or thick and juicy. It's very delicious and enjoyed by everyone. So let's see how to make this. For this, the ingredients we require: 250 grams of all-purpose flour or maida, or about 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 350 grams or about 2.5 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of ghee or clarified butter, 2 tablespoons of yogurt, 1.5 teaspoon of corn flour, about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, about a pinch of yellow food color, or you can even add turmeric powder, some saffron threads or kesar. For sugar syrup, we require about 1¼ cup of water. Okay, so let's start with the preparation of the batter. For that, we're going to take our all-purpose flour. To that, we're going to add yogurt, ghee, and now we're going to mix it well. And now gradually we're going to add water and keep on mixing it. So keep on adding water until you get this required consistency. You can see it's a nice thick consistency, but it's flowy at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to just cover it and we're going to keep it to set for about 8 hours or overnight. So it's been about 8 hours and here's the batter. We have kept it to rest for like 8 hours and it has fermented nicely. And now let's proceed with further steps. So now next we're going to add in corn flour, pinch of food color. Now we're going to just mix it well. Make sure you mix it well and we're going to whisk it for like 5 minutes. You can even use egg beater for more convenience. So after 5 to 7 minutes, it has got nice and fluffy and creamy. Now next we are adding baking soda, and make sure that you add your baking soda only when you're ready to make it. Make your jalebis and mix it well. So over here our batter is ready. Next we are going to make sugar syrup. So for that we are taking about 2.5 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and next 1/4 cup of water. So keep it on the flame and let the sugar dissolve completely, and our sugar syrup will be ready when we will get 1 thread. So over here our sugar has dissolved completely. Next we are going to add in some saffron threads for that nice flavor and color. Now we are going to keep it for more few minutes until it gets thick. Okay, so it's been like more than 5 minutes. So we can just check it by taking a little bit of the sugar syrup. Just take a drop of it and careful, it's very hot. Just take 1 drop and just check like that, and you can see there's 1 thread coming, so it's done. Okay, so our batter is ready, our sugar syrup is ready. Now we are going to start making jalebis. For that we're taking a plastic bottle like this, which has a nozzle like this. So next we're going to just fill in the batter into the bottle. So we have filled it more than halfway. We're going to cover it with the top, and you can see the nozzle is very convenient for piping. Okay, so next we're going to heat the ghee. Make sure that it's very hot, and then lower the flame and bring it to the temperature where it's not too hot and not too cool. And now while making the jalebis, make sure that your flame is at low. And now very quickly you need to make such circles for that jalebi. And now very quickly flip them over. We don't want them to burn. And make sure you do everything very quickly because it cooks very quickly. Okay, so now you can see it has got nice golden brown color. So directly remove it and dip it into the sugar syrup. And now we're making just another batch, same way. And now we are just flipping it over again the same way. And you can see it has got a nice beautiful color. And just put it in the sugar syrup and let it sit for like about 2 minutes in the sugar syrup so that it soaks all the sugar syrup. So sugar syrup is all absorbed. So now just remove it, and you can see they are so looking nice and juicy. So there you go, our thick and juicy Jalebi. Hello everyone, welcome to Shade Cook. Our today's recipe is Rajasthani Malpua or Meetha Pura. It is very popular in Rajasthan and it's a very easy recipe to make in Diwali. So let's see what we need for this. 1 cup of wheat flour, or even you can take all-purpose flour or maida. 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. 1 teaspoon of cream or malai. This is optional. 1½ cup of milk, or as required according to the consistency. And over here we are using lukewarm milk, some fennel seeds and black pepper, and lastly some pistachio for garnishing. Okay, so we're going to start the preparation for Malpua. So firstly we're going to start with the wheat flour. To that we are going to add a granulated sugar. Next we are adding cream. Now cream is optional over here. If you're not using cream, you can use milk. But over here we are using cream because it gives a very nice richness and a very good flavor to your Malpuas. Next we are adding fennel seeds and black pepper seeds. Again, this is something which is added in the Malpua traditionally in Rajasthan. And now finally we are going to add a lukewarm milk. For now we have added about half the amount of milk. And now with the help of the whisk, we are going to whisk it together. Now if you're taking more of consistency, you can even use egg bitter. Now we are using rest of the milk. So make sure that you whisk it properly so that there are no lumps in your paste. Okay, so over here you can see this is the consistency we require. So keep on adding milk until you get this consistency. Over here we have added about 1 1/4 cup of milk. Okay, and now we are going to let this batter sit for about half an hour or 30 minutes. Okay, so it's been about half an hour. So now it's ready to be fried. So over here we have took ghee in a non-stick pan, or you can even take a heavy bottom pan. Now over here you can use either ghee or you can use oil. Now next step is to heat the ghee. So over here make sure that your ghee or your oil is very hot. So your ghee should be flaming hot, and then you can keep it on sim while you're pouring in the batter. So we're going to start by pouring the batter. And if you can see, you're pouring and making small kind of pancake kind of malpuas. And when it starts to plum up, you can just put some ghee on the top. And now we are going to just flip it over. So you can see it got cooked very quickly, so make sure you're there. So right now our gas is on sim or low flame. So make sure you're cooking your malpuas on medium flame basically. And you can see it has got a beautiful color. So our malpuas are done. And now we're going to remove it in a strainer, so that whatever excess ghee or oil you have in the malpua, it will go down. Now we are going to make another one. Again you can see. Now every time you're making a malpua, make sure that your ghee is very hot before you pour in another malpua. And now we are going to just flip it over, and you can see how tender it is from between, and from the sides it's nice and crispy. So once it gets a nice beautiful golden brown color, it's done. Look how beautiful it looks. Okay, so here's a little tip that if you feel like when you're pouring your batter and it spreads a little bit more, you can just add a little bit of flour into the batter to make a proper consistency. Okay, so our Rajasthani Malpuas or Meetha Puras are ready. And you can see they've got a very nice color, and we have garnished them with some pistachios. They taste really good, tender in between and crispy on outside.